everybody. It's me, with a couple of updates I didn't think that I would be giving, like, now or anytime soon. So, here we go! If you follow me on, like, Twitter and social media and things, you would know that my laptop that runs the live streaming, gaming, and my digital artwork has started to go kaput. I spent the past few days trying to figure out what the problem might be, and I ended up talking to my brother since he previously owned that laptop before it got passed to me, as of a while back. He said he had this problem before, the same one that I'm experiencing, and it turned out it was an issue with the processor. Now, before, when he had Windows 7 on that laptop, getting into safe mode and all that would have been easy peasy, lemon squeezy. However, because I have Windows 10 on there now, turns out when you have Windows 10, you can't do that safe mode thing. And for some reason, I was never given the recovery disk, so I can't really do a ton about that on my own as far as I'm aware. I've tried a couple of options on my own, and not a lot of success so far. Yeah. So at this point, my options are either find a tech shop to do some repairs on the thing, or if I don't have anything by Christmas, New Year's, I could ask my dad to try to help with the processor. However, I don't want to ask him for help because asking my dad for help, there's a long and complicated story with that, but short version is it's really frustrating to try to get any help from him. Having him help me with anything, it's stressful, and it's better off, not even bothering. On top of all of this, this laptop is a model from 2010, and my other laptop that's part of my setup is a Mac that doesn't run Streamlabs, and is also from 2008. So, if you go by the metric of you should probably replace your, I don't know about electronics, but your computer, laptop setup, should probably replace it every 5 years or so. I'm overdue. And because of that, I set up a coffee, I think it's pronounced coffee, page. Yeah, I set one of those up. I'll leave a link for it in the description, and it is in my Twitter bio if you want to go check it out. Basically what it is that you can support people doing art, content creation, and all sorts of other stuff. You can support creators and other, writers and things like that with basically the price of a coffee. And I guess that's why it was called coffee, and that was, some of the inspiration behind the original, idea and things like that. It seems really nice, and I did upgrade to a gold membership, which means, I could do commissions and shit, and I'm gonna see if I can think of a way to thank anybody that donates. That would be really good. Maybe I can do, art commissions, especially once I get my art, access back, or do traditional art. I'll be thinking about it, over the next X period of time. I'll also keep you all updated if I end up getting anything new and end up being able to stream again, because I would really want to come back to streaming. It was something I looked forward to doing on the weekends, and now I can't do it. So, instead, I'll see if I can host anybody, and maybe, occasionally during the week. I want to at least, give something, so that would be good. From this point on, you might have to deal with a little fan underneath, because I have to plug my camera into things so it doesn't die, and if I plug it into my laptop, it's just going to be you want to export video from this? Okay. And that's not what I'm doing right now, so sorry. So if you have any recommendations of Twitch channels to host, feel free to let me know in comments, Twitter. I want to, if I can't do actual streaming at the moment, I at least would like to help other people out that maybe need a little extra love or a little, a little extra view and whatever. So, if I'm hosting somebody, I'll try to share, when I'm doing that so that you can watch too. And worst comes to worst, I'll end up hosting from the list of channels that I follow if any of them are live and things like that. Because even though they might be a little bit more known too, it's good to support them. Because even if you're doing a super good thing and in a super good spot, might as well support them too. The other major update that, I don't know, it's an update nonetheless. I am in the works of developing a series of videos that will be assisting and educating people about the autism spectrum. At least from like a combination of my perspective and some scientific evidence. Like, I'm going to do some research on some of this stuff so that I'm not completely talking out of my ass. And yeah, I have like maybe at least 15 episode ideas that I've written down. I've organized like what I want to talk about in them. The next step for me is going to be like doing my research for what I need, because in some cases I might want to give like the DSM explanation or like some scientific explanations and other like examples, maybe some articles to read that might help, things like that. Sources are important. But I kind of want to give like a combination of like that and from my own personal experience. And obviously you meet one person with autism, you meet one person with autism. So obviously my experience is my own, but maybe someone out there might relate. I don't know exactly when that's going to be ready, but I already have like the basic outline for like the introduction to it, I guess, if you want to call it that. I'm just trying to decide like, okay, I'm going to schedule like when to film it and like other things like that and do a bunch of editing, yada yada yada. And yeah, I'm basically doing, like, I'm a little bit past the initial organizing stage, so now it's, like, the matter of, let's get the information that we need, and let's do this thing. I actually might start filming it this weekend, because that's usually when I have the apartment to myself, and that'll probably be most ideal. But, yeah, that's, something I would love to do. And honestly, like, if I ever gain, like, some sort of notoriety or, like, I don't want to say fame, but, like, I'm, like, at a level that I can start to, try to positively influence people, this is something I would have liked to do, because, like, I want to be a positive role model for, the autistic community, mostly for, my girls. And like other queer folks, but also in the gaming community, because I know there's a recent surge in like autism awareness and support because of like Greta, in the UN speech and all that, which is awesome. And please look into what she's doing and look into what other kids like her have been doing, especially our kids of color. But like besides that, there's not a lot of like good representation of well, there's some like decent representation of autism in media, but like I'm gonna talk more about that too. But I want to like contribute. I want to pay it forward, because I've had like watching YouTubers do stuff like this or just be themselves and do the shit that they do has helped me and many other people through some good like difficult times. Knowing that that's a thing that can happen, I would love to like help pay that forward to maybe help other people, because I want to like contribute. I like helping, so I'm hoping that this will help. Otherwise, I'm still sort of recovering from being sick, but I'm feeling better. I'm now at that phase in the cold where I'm basically trying to flush out my system. So yeah, at least that's how I go through colds. It's been fun. I had 4 days of rest, so that helps me feel a lot better. And yeah, I left in the description, hopefully, do it, me, with my social media and my Ko-fi page, so feel free to check those out. I should have more for any of that, soon. And also leave suggestions for shouting out other Twitch channels if you'd like. And I'll keep you posted on like when this series I'm working on is gonna go live, and I'm also gonna be working on planning for October, so makeup time. And otherwise, I'll see you all next time. Bye!